Yeah, we back here. Welcome to episode 17, and welcome to all the actual sports junkies to J and T Sports Show. Appreciate you guys tapping in. This is a show where we provide specific insight on NFL, NBA, and a focus on athlete life. How you doing this week, Jay?
I am blessed, man. Excited to be here with you, man, talking sports like we love to do. And, clown a few people along the way, too.
That's right. That's right. Yes, we're gonna get to that right away. But we're in the midst now. We're about to approach the initial end of the first quarter in the NFL season. And now also college football starting to pick up with some of the matchups and how things are laying out for the potential playoff projections. So we will cover our picks from last week, the top 10 rookies. We have a little special feature about bottom feeder quarterbacks in the NFL. And, we'll review our picks from last week. It was a little bit of a tough go for it for a lot of the
Yeah.
predictions and prognostications last week.
Some
And then we'll
guys put
make
up a
ours
good
for the
fight.
upcoming. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we'll make ours for the upcoming week too. So
Yep.
for starters, we get with the top 10 watch in the NFL. Rookies in the NFL are very, for the common fan, I think, underappreciated because
Yeah.
these are the guys who end up developing your program, building your culture, providing the depth on a football team.
And let's
So,
be honest, they're a bargain right now. So if you hit on that guy, especially quarterback wise, rookie wise,
mhm,
you ain't got to pay him $200 million. You could build around him on that rookie contract. So that's what you want.
right. So here we go. We go from the bottom, number 10, all the way up to the top. Again, this is typically based on Pro Football Focus, y'all. So from the bottom,
Let's make sure we got the same guys.
Armand Membu, the Jet. He's been up there. He's a right tackle. He's been up there for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
He's got a pretty high blocking grade of about 40%. His overall rating or grade after that week was still in the 70th percentile. He's a solid player that I think the Jets will probably, be pleased with all year. I don't see him dropping out of the top 10, and he hasn't so far.
He's still learning, and he's in the AFC East facing stiff competition. I mean, everybody they face has a rush in, and this is a rookie taking it on. So you get a rookie that's still graded out in the 70th percentile. I mean, you can't ask for much more. You know he's going to get better. So this is what you
Exactly.
want. They made the right move with that decision.
Right. And, anytime number 9, anytime you have a team get shut out, then there's probably somebody on the team that is contributing to the reason behind why there was a shutout.
Hmm.
So for the Panthers, Lathan Ransom graded at 76%. He's a safety. And when you consider Kyle Pitts didn't get off for Atlanta, Atlanta didn't score a point, and he was up in run support, he was doing a lot of things right.
Yes, he did.
So that was a pretty pleasant surprise. I don't believe we mentioned his name yet this year, but he's crept up in there and, he's a solid tackler and he's pretty good in coverage. I mean, for somebody to have 45 coverage snaps as a
I
rookie,
mean,
that's pretty.
he played at the Ohio State. If I'm not mistaken, he just didn't run too well in the 40 at Indianapolis, which made him drop a little bit. But clearly, he didn't have a problem keeping up with big time competition. The man played at Ohio State. He is solid in run support, but his sideline to sideline is showing he has range, and that's what you want as a safety. They'll get better in the back end, but yeah, that's a good start with him.
I mean, the 4 tackle's not going to jump out at you,
No, but
but
sometimes
maybe
it's things that don't show up too.
right,
'Cause he was there
right.
to turn in the running back, made him cut back in the linebackers quite a few times, so,
There
yes.
you go.
Yep,
You can be a force player
yep,
and not really get many I mean, 4 tackles, but hey, what if he turned in 12 runs?
exactly. So that's the equivalent of tackles. They don't show up on a stat sheet, but that's what you want as a coordinator, for sure.
Tyler Warren coming in, still in the top 10, 77% rating. He's still on a team that has been as efficient offensively as anybody. And he's instrumental in not only helping Daniel Jones look better, but man, Jonathan Taylor leading the league in rushing for a reason, right?
When Brock Bowers came in, I was like, oh, generational tight end. And he came in and he looked the part. But Warren, which, like I said, I talked about him last week. I seen him at USC when they played, and he went for 200 yards receiving. He's every bit of that. I'm actually surprised he's this low on the ranking. I thought he would be a little bit higher. For that
Right.
reason, he's been a receiving threat, and his blocking has been probably better. Jonathan Taylor is back looking like Jonathan Taylor because of him. And
Mhm.
I'm sure Daniel Jones can talk up Tyler Warren better than we can because he's kept him in a positive yardage position so far all season.
Interestingly enough, and this is how effective this guy's been, he didn't play Will Johnson, and he's still ranked number 7.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think that's enough said there.
Right there.
The guy didn't play, and he's still in the top ranking. So
Because bottom line,
there's that.
when he's on the field, half or that side of the field is shut down, and that's all you can ask for out of a corner.
Jacob Parrish, I see him emerging as a corner out of Tampa has been in positions where they've had to pull games out at the end, but I do feel that as a rookie, he is helping out a lot in coverage and in the run game. Obviously, they have really good DBs and safeties that blitz, and I see that he's going to become one of those all-around corners playing for Todd Bowles with the 78% rating. What do you think about him?
Well, I think it says a lot that a rookie corner and Todd Bowles is putting you on the field. This is not a
Mm,
D corner or D coordinator that'll put anybody on the field, let alone a rookie. So
right.
there's a lot of trust there, and his scheme is complicated. So he obviously has IQ.
IQ.
That plus a little bit of athletic ability. Yeah, you're getting on the field early with Todd Bowles. I think that says enough about you.
I mean, he did have a sack and 2 quarterback hits. So, as a cornerback, you know,
That
he's
means he's
probably
bringing
coming
them.
from the slot.
Yep, coming from that slot blitz. Yep. And once
So,
again,
that
Bowles trust you for that
mhm,
because you got to get there. You know, that's a sacrifice coming off that edge like that. And if you don't get there, we're exposed. So he trusts him.
right. Now, we have the top 5, top 5, top 5. I believe Bill Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, he did bust, he had a long run.
Yeah.
I wanna say he had close to the century mark. Granted, it's against the Raiders, who are for some reason, I don't know if it was my love for my girl or what it was specifically that had me picking the Raiders last week. Part of it was like, I think Mariota is the quarterback. Nah, they they put up 41, and
Man,
Jakrowski Merritt was a big part of that.
love and make you do crazy things. And the Raiders were showing fight. You know, I don't know what happened. Like I said, it was, I don't know if it was a full moon or something last week, but it was just some odd things going on with some teams. We're expecting more of a blowout out of one and not no fight out
Mhm.
of another, and then they all fought. But so this is just one of those where I think the Raiders they got caught with their pants down, so to speak, this game. But I'm confident Carroll will have them back on track.
Yeah,
But Merritt
I mean,
did. He got off. He's taking advantage quietly as a rookie for somebody that's not been talked about.
right. I mean, just him being able to fill in
Yeah.
for believe it or not, that guy was from Western State, the
J
initial starter,
oh, wow.
the one that tore his
The
Achilles. Help
fellow
me out with his
the initial
oh, I forgot.
starter.
Yeah,
The running is a
he
running back?
running back. He came from the Chargers. He's an undersized guy, and he tore his Achilles against the Packers that Thursday night.
Eckler?
Austin Eckler.
Eckler. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Eckler did just get hurt. Yep, blew out his Achilles tendon.
So from the Commander's standpoint, they're not really gonna be much of a drop off from him to Merritt. In fact, Merritt was already dipping on carries.
Just for the rookie running back, usually it's the pass pro you got to worry about a little bit, but they seem to be keeping him out there, so he's picking it up somewhat. Otherwise, yeah, he would be in a doghouse like Caleb Johnson with Pittsburgh right now. That's why he in the doghouse.
That's why. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
not.
you got to pass
um,
block.
if you can't outshine Warren, who's not getting yards at all, then that's saying a lot.
Well, you got to pass block in that scheme. If you get the quarterback blown up, Tomlin gonna hang you on the bench.
Have you on the bench.
That's just the way it is. You got to pass. That's why Najee got the ball because he could pass
Mhm.
block. Yeah, he may not
Right.
be explosive running, but he wasn't getting the quarterback killed
He wasn't doing that at all.
at all.
Schlesinger Schlesinger's
Mhm.
back. I see him. He's been in the top 5 all year. He's on the number 1 defense in the NFL,
Cleveland, who would have thought?
and he is flying around. I
Four four
mean,
one.
I don't see him being he hasn't graded under the 80th percentile yet. And, he's instrumental in the top defense in the NFL. So
He's Matt Milano 2.0.
right.
He's exactly what Matt Milano was. He could fly around, undersized linebacker, willing to throw his body in there, solid tackler, but he'll drop back and get you 4 or 5 interceptions every year.
Right. Jahad Campbell still in there. I mean, he's been a huge fit for a need that Philly desperately needed a thumper, but he
Man.
can also cover and have
I was
range. We
about to
spoke
say, man, they need to stop talking about him like that, man. Yeah, he's a thumper and he got thumper size, but he can run.
he can run.
Flat out, he can run.
He'll run with a tight end. He'll run with a third down back. Hell, he might even be able to run somewhat and carry at least a slot receiver.
Look, as far as D linemen and linebackers, the Eagle Scouts have been on their game. Now, secondary picks have been a little suspect, but y'all seem to got the formula SEC as far as the D line and linebacker go. We just stick with the SEC for that.
Right. Sometimes, you have an unripe apple that falls,
Yeah, that gets a
The Kaylee Ringos of the world.
hey, they tried. They got a little
He
bit
might
out of
get a
him
shot
though.
this week.
Yeah, you may not have to go with him.
Mhm. Scatterboo number 2. He comes in at 85. He's a tough kid. He runs hard.
Yes.
He's a
Yep.
smart player.
Yep.
Something tells me that even if Tracy didn't get hurt,
Yep. Exactly.
Scatterboo was eventually going to
He was gonna
surpass
play.
that.
He was
Mhm.
already starting to eat into them carries. I got Tracy in my fantasy.
Okay.
Scatterbo was already eating into it. And he's like you would appreciate this. Scatterbo was an early 90s, early 2000s running back. Bowling
Yeah.
ball, 5'9", 228 pounds. You know what I'm saying? What do you hit? Thighs and calves. That's all you hit.
I mean, he may not be as physical,
Yeah,
but he's a Peyton Hillis, Mike
yeah,
Allstott
kind of like that. Just not as
with
big as Allstott, and
with
he's
a
not as
little wiggle.
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's stocky, but he's a forward moving running back. He's gonna get you 3-4 yards every time.
So here's just before we move on, we just got to mention this. He's a running back. You've played running back at a high level in college. The guy had 16 touches for 121 yards and a touchdown. If Brian Dable gave him, say, 10 more touches, that game was in hand. I mean,
That actually started to be Dable's issue when he was with Buffalo. And the argument being, well, you had Josh Allen, so we put everything on him. But it had came a point in time, I'm an avid Buffalo Bills fan, where I felt Josh was throwing too much. And this is like the last 2 years of Dable's tenure with us. He just had him throwing all the time. And then that's what it looks like. And that's because he's in panic mode. His job is on the line right now. But, we'll see with Jackson Dart coming there. You're not gonna want him throwing the ball 40 times
well, I hope
but
not.
I'm interested to see what he does, though.
If that's what they're setting up, it might make sense. But still, you had a chance to win that game against the Chiefs at
Yeah,
home.
yeah,
And I mean, Scatterboo's reeling off 6 yards a carry.
that's where
Get that
Dable
man the ball.
let him run, let him eat, let
You
him
know,
eat. I don't know why that's such an issue.
Jackson Hawes, he went from number 10 to number 1
Mhm.
in 1 week for the Bills. The Bills, this is as clutch of a draft pick, and it's very sneaky,
Yes.
right?
You took the
A
words right
lot
out
of
of my
people aren't
mouth.
talking about this,
Nope.
but you don't have to pay Dawson Knox now.
No, he gone. Imma go ahead and say it. He's gone. We got
Right.
Kincaid and you got him, Jackson Hawes.
And Hawes is a guy, 1 catch, but that's not why he's number 1.
Exactly.
That will come, but like I was trying to say last week, he's basically George Kittle Jr.
That's what he's turning out to be right now. He not sexy, but he just get open, and
Mhm.
he's another tackle almost on the end of the line. He's
Basically,
very solid in blocking. I mean, James Cook has had 100 yards rushing every game.
every
So,
game.
and he's a lunch pail guy.
And the Bills are number 2 in the league in rush attempts
That's I mean, our between our O line and him out there, I mean, the holes are just there's just running lanes everywhere.
everywhere.
Everywhere. You gotta respect Josh downfield, so it's not easy stopping us right now. But our defense has the same problem.
So that right there kinda, it's our top
Rounds it out.
10,
Yeah.
and so we go into our next transition into what is a little bit of college football talk. We'll have a roughly 10 minutes to touch on this. Last week I said, and I was on the record as saying, I'm not really impressed. But this weekend actually kind of changes some of that because there are some watchable games.
Man, you gotta let things get lathered up. Let them work up. You know what I'm saying? We in what, week 4 of college football season?
Week
So I
4,
mean,
yeah.
God, yeah, come on now. You know, you gotta get lathered up. You gotta get in the conference.
I think, Alabama against Georgia, always a good game to
For
kind of
sure.
watch.
For sure. It's looking like a slobber knocker right now.
The Big Ten has stepped up by infusing some of the Pac-10's best
Mhm.
schools into the conference. So now you have Oregon playing Penn State,
Mhm.
Penn State, come on, man. They
Yeah.
haven't played anybody leading up to this, but this is proven to be a pretty good
It's a
game.
good game. Yeah.
Right now, live looks like it's going to overtime.
Yeah.
So this is good for the overall outlook of college football.
Especially good for James Franklin. Because I honestly
Right,
thought, because his offense is so stale, I just didn't think it would be able to keep up with the explosive Oregon, but his defense is solid.
right. Dan Lanning's a damn good coach,
Dog, he's a good coach, man. You can't put anything down.
especially
His resume speaks.
especially defensively.
Yeah.
And so that's partially why that was a close game. But we can just go around. Washington fell short. Ohio State stepped up. They were one of the teams that I was questioning. They proved to be a pretty solid team. They won a national championship for a
For
reason.
a reason. For a reason. And every time a team comes in there that you're like, okay, this they could possibly get them. Not only do they win, but they kind of send a message with the win too.
Yes.
Like, get your weight up. No, we still the Ohio State. But yeah, he's coaching up. He's doing his thing. Yeah, he is. Patricia, he's doing it. Cause that's an advantage right there. You can still make good money and you're gonna
Yeah.
get an opportunity again to go back to the league.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Ohio
mean,
State type. Oh yeah, you're gonna somebody gonna hire you. You
let
gonna get
McDaniels get a job somewhere again because
yeah,
that's possible.
yeah.
Or, you never know. Maybe B Flow gets a chance somewhere. Hopefully he does. And then, those ties are still there between those guys who have coached before.
Mm-hmm.
The other game that was one on my radar was the Ole Miss LSU.
Yeah, the LSU game. But Brian Kelly got the same issues as Lincoln Riley at SC. Big games just do something to them. And
Yeah,
he ain't got no excuse because LSU is loaded.
loaded.
So his name is gonna be on the you're gonna hear his name on the hot seat talk right now too.
How is Indiana? Indiana's a under the radar team. They're
Yep.
11th in the country, and a lot of people don't even have them on the radar like that. But they might be able to make some noise in the Big Ten.
Well, they smart. They keep bringing in transfer QBs. They had one last year that did really well. Ended up
Mhm.
drafted. I forget the kid's name, but then they went into the portal and took the Berkeley kid, who I watched from your area,
Right.
Mendoza, and that kid could sling it. He a tall, angular kid, but he got a nice arm, and that's the
Right.
perfect system in Indiana because they throw the ball.
Mhm. And then, I'm pulling for Dion.
Yeah,
I don't know though. His talent level obviously has dropped off some. But also maybe that's part of it is the dogs that he's supposedly are supposed to have on his team. A lot of them kids aren't stepping up to the plate. I mean, how you gonna have Ice Cube show up on campus and break down your practice and you ain't motivated?
does that say something about coaching? Like I said, I like Dion a lot, but there have been holes, especially defensively, everywhere he's been. Jackson State to Colorado. Well, let's just be honest. The defense looked terrible. They were probably ranked in the bottom of college football. So I don't know. I mean, you brought Warren Sapp in there, but he's more of a position coach, D line, motivation, rah rah guy. He needed to bring in like a D'Anton Lynn, but he got exposed today too. But he needed a good coordinator to like that. So yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know, man. And then he battling a lot of health issues.
right.
And that
I
was
mean,
the killer. That was crucial. I didn't know with the bladder cancer. That was crucial.
bladder cancer, you had your
Yeah.
your big toe
Foot
removed. I think
well,
it was
half his foot. Half
half
the
his
foot is
foot.
amputated. Basically, he got 2 toes left or something like that. So that's a
Uh,
lot. But Dion is strong in faith. The dude always accomplishes. He's one of the people, whatever he put his mind to, he accomplished. And bottom line, Colorado ain't paying his buyout right now. So he got time.
yeah. And the 2 major games currently, Penn State looking pretty good, and so is Alabama actually
Yeah.
to win those games, so we can see how that unfolds.
That
A lot of
changes a
these
lot.
teams a lot of these teams, that we've mentioned, they're the ones who end up putting in most of the effective and efficient players in the league.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, top 10 ranked schools, perennial top 10 ranked schools, the Georgias, the Alabamas,
Usually
the
have the
Oregons,
most
the Ohio
drafted in the
States.
first 3
Yes.
rounds. Yeah.
I do have to mention this, and Ohio State?
Mhm.
I don't know. They must have arguably the most pros currently in the NFL. Especially at receiver.
Well, they're like when Saban was at Alabama, that's how it was. And then you go back in our day when Miami was the top of the same thing. So
Yeah.
that's what ends up happening is once you establish that kind of dominance, and of course every NFL scout is coming there every offseason. You can get like we talked about in the top 10 right now. One of the Ohio State guys, he was a fourth round pick, but he's in the top 10 right now in top rookies. So
Schlesinger.
no, 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 no. The Ohio State DB. I forget the
Oh, yeah.
kid's name. Yeah, and he's a fourth round pick in the top 10. So that's why you do that.
Well,
Jack Sawyer, the DN from last year, he was balling. He was doing well. Yeah, yeah. So that's why you forget about players that from Ohio State had so many drafted, but they actually are contributing in the NFL. So
right.
that's so same way with Alabama, Miami. Yeah, you got a powerhouse. They coming.
You may not consider all these guys top flight receivers, but they are producing. Jackson Smith and Digba killing.
Ibuka from Tampa Bay.
Abuka for sure. Yep.
You can go on.
E
Chris Olave,
Chris Olave, Garrett
Garrett
Wilson,
Wilson. Exactly. So they are receiver. I mean, they arguably are receiver you. I'm
and then
surprised that the receiver coach is still there. He's been there for a long time. I draw a blank on his name, but he's been
right,
there forever.
and then Marvin Harrison Jr.
Marvin Harrison Jr. Yep.
And now Jeremiah Smith will be the next and could be better than all of them.
They
So
always have one in the waiting. They always have actually 2 or 3 in the waiting.
2 or
Always.
3, 'cause,
They
it
got
would
one
appear
oh, they got Chris Henry Jr.'s son from Mater Day. He'll be there next year. Six
Chris
five.
who?
Chris Henry, remember him from the Bengals, the receiver who
Yeah.
died? His son is a number one receiver in the nation from modern day right now, headed to Ohio State. You haven't seen him? They had a national game. He ate up somebody for like 160 yards receiving. He's a beast already.
To put up numbers like that in college is not easy.
No, he's in high school.
That's what I meant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's not easy
And he
because 'cause you're
looked
playing
just like
less.
his dad.
Okay.
He looked just like
Is
him.
is he almost that tall too?
He's six. He all if he not 6'5", then he 6'4" and some change. He just looked bigger than everybody on the field. But he could run.
Right.
He not just big.
Okay. So now, we can wrap up that topic as far as, the college rankings go. We touched on a lot of things. We'll transition into what is next, a recap. A recap of last week in the
Yeah.
NFL.
It's a little disappointing for us if I'm
We'll just go from the top. We'll try to do this quick, but,
yeah, let's do
I
it.
mean, let's just be real. We didn't get to the Buffalo game, but we both said, yeah, that wasn't a surprise. Them beating Miami. Miami was pretty valiant in their effort because they did expose the one weakness that Buffalo has, which is maybe the second
Running,
wave
stopping
in
the
a
run.
run
Yeah,
defense.
stopping the run,
And
100%.
you had Milano out still, so they had a chance to with Oliver. They had a chance to really make some moves in the run game up the middle. They took advantage of that, but
Yeah,
it still wasn't enough. Green Bay losing to Cleveland.
that's the one that I knew we had some problems right there.
I did not see,
No.
the whole game, I'm like, look, it's just a matter of time. Jordan Love will just make the play that he needs to make. I mean, he had Matthew Golden and could have been like a 90-yard touchdown,
Yeah, yeah.
and he just kind of missed him. He
He
still completed
overfired.
the ball,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So yes, I think that just goes to show you what a good defense can do to an offense.
I was
That's
gonna say, shouts out to Cleveland's coaching staff, man, because it was supposed to be a dumpster fire, but that defense is playing inspired and motivated football. And they got some boys
absolutely
over there. I mean, it ain't just Garrett. Garrett ain't by himself. He got some dogs over there with him.
right.
And
Their
they don't care
interior.
on that side of the ball. They play like a playoff team on that side of the ball right now.
Well, Judkins, man,
Now he's back. Yeah, they got that workhorse.
for 94
He came in like, I don't need no training camp. Just let me
and the
run.
game tying touchdown
But once again,
against one
it,
of
Ohio State, right? I'm saying, I'm saying, Trevion too.
and against one of the better defenses themselves in Green Bay.
But that kid is 225 pounds and he can run and he runs behind his pads. So he's a
Well,
violent
here
runner.
here's what it comes down to in a way. Usually, if you outrush a team, you win.
Yes. Yep.
But if the quarterback play is subpar, like Jordan Love's was, then you got every opportunity to lose a game as much as you do winning it. Jacobs couldn't get any room to run.
Yeah. That's because Love wasn't having a great game. He need
Hmm.
that to open up those lanes.
I
But you can
mean, for
actually,
them
with
to
a good defense, you could be a little subpar as a QB. You just can't turn the ball over.
you can't do it.
Yeah, if you could have some modest little, even pedestrian numbers and let the defense win, i.e. Trent Dilfer, but just don't turn the ball over.
Yeah. The other game that, for me, I think we'll go the ones that we both got wrong first. The next one is who saw Atlanta being shut out by Carolina?
I personally was expecting Raheem Morris to fire the old coordinator right after that, which, right, didn't he do that? Somebody got
The
rid of their old
receiver, the
coordinator.
receiver.
The receiver, the old coordinator need to go too, because the
Mhm.
offense is terrible. There's no
Sure.
identity. You got Kyle Pitts, who you spent the first round pick on, and you got
Right.
Bijan. Why y'all trying to pass the ball and do all that cute stuff? Turn around and hand this man the ball off and make him run some choice routes as a tight end.
Thank you.
That's it. Keep it simple, man.
I'm getting Pitts in targets minimum.
Yes, on choice routes. Eat that linebacker up. Make him spin around. You running so many option routes. That's all we need. And that's because why play action gonna work because Bijan getting 20 to 25 minimum.
I'm getting B. John Robinson at least 7 to 10
That's what I'm
attempts in the
saying.
passing game. Like, we're designing screens.
For him. Yes.
He's a automatic outlet and dump off. 1,000, 1,000, nobody open?
Why you don't have more packages with Pitts, Bijan, and Algier in the backfield together? They got a
Right.
backup running back that run just as well. I mean, he's good. So you could
Yeah,
just
he is.
kill defenses with that. And Penix is an RPO QB. He can run. So you
Thank you.
putting pressure on the defense. Now all of a sudden you one on one with your Drake on the outside.
I was just gonna say, we didn't even mention Drake
That's
London.
what I'm saying. Like
He
that's why
needs 10 targets.
I would fire the coordinator. I don't care. It's not going to get any worse. That looked terrible.
Terrible. I mean, with those 3 players, they all 3 of them, you gotta try to get the ball in their hands 10 times a game each.
And your O line is not dominating. So you need the defense running sideline to sideline to wear them out. So I
Mhm.
mean, you got Bijan coming off the tackles, but that's going to wear out the defense. But I don't know what. There's no identity. There's none. I think
I mean,
Bijan the game before had what 14 carries. He had almost as many catches as carries.
well, he's averaging 5.5 yards a carry in a game they get shut out in. I mean, you only have 13 carries for your best player. What is that?
So you're not controlling the clock. Clearly,
Right. I mean,
clearly.
you got beat 30 to nothing.
Yes, because you're punting all the time because you trying to put it on Penix when you got
Right.
Bijan, you got Algier, you got Drake London. That's a chain mover as a receiver. Some curl routes with him, basic curl routes.
And then they had the audacity to slide Kirk Cousins back in the game.
Which that's how you ruin a confidence of a
Thank you.
quarterback right there.
That's why I said that.
I'd rather just go down with the ship because Cousins, you might as well just shoot the bottom out the ship if you put Cousins in there. Speed up the process.
I mean, you talk about a sitting duck now.
I mean, he can't run, and his arm wasn't the greatest from the beginning, so it's not that great now. It's only a matter of time before he knocked out the game.
Houston losing to Jackson.
Yeah, this hurt my heart
I
for D'Amico.
that was a heart gut pick
Yes,
because to me, Houston is just too good, man. Like,
I don't know
they
what's
are
going
too
on.
good to lose that game.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. They're another one
But
that
then
don't look the same.
their offensive line is putrid.
The only move they made was
They didn't invest in that.
that Tunsil trade just shows the stupidity right there. I don't know what y'all was
Yeah,
thinking. That was just dumb. And now you ain't hearing nothing from CJ Stroud because he looking over his
ex
shoulder.
exactly. He's
That
he's hearing footsteps on the second drop.
dude went from guaranteed high $200 million contract you had to give him to now but that's what you do to a quarterback when you don't protect him, man. He already showed you what he could be, but you gotta give him some protection.
You gotta get him some protection.
You traded a
What did the
all-pro
Chargers do
tackle.
with Herbert?
Exactly. Right away. You ain't got to tell Harbaugh none of that. That's the
None of
first thing he
it.
did. Free agent money is going towards the line, both sides. And then we're going to draft a lineman, both sides. And then we can go from there.
Um, on a quick note, Oregon just pulled off the upset.
They got it. So
In
you saw the
overtime,
story.
yeah,
Okay. Oh, yep.
30
It
to
just popped out
24.
30 to 24.
Mhm.
Franklin
The
still
other
getting the
one
cheeks.
that we didn't really see coming, or I didn't, I don't know. The rest of them were pretty sound. It's just I don't know why I picked the Raiders over Washington. Washington was at home. They had a good sound game plan. I gave Pete Carroll a little too much credit. They haven't found a way to get their first round back going.
That's your woman's favorite team.
There you go.
That's what it was. But on your part, though, Raiders did show something the week before. So, but they still got some work to do. And I think it's going to be like that for the whole season. They'll be motivated
Right.
and they'll fight, but they still have some holes to fill on both sides of the ball. But they are playing hard, which is what you expect out of a Pete Carroll team. So,
Mhm.
but just sometimes there's another team could just get off early and they don't have the squad to come back.
Yeah. The games I believe that we were right on, Indianapolis beating Tennessee. When a $37 ticket price, that
Yeah.
is
That pretty
that
much
is
says
arguable,
everything right there.
right? We had Minnesota beating Cincinnati, or I did.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think you remember you did
Oh,
too.
yeah. First of all, we
Yeah.
both said Jay Browning is not beating anybody. I'm just saying, that dude is making good money holding the clipboard right now, but you do not wanna put
Mhm.
him in the game. He's not a
Well,
backup you can feel confident in.
now he sees what kinda life Burrow was
Burrow
dealing
was
with.
going through because the bottom line, Cincinnati is another program that has invested nothing into their O line, and you wonder why your quarterback keep getting knocked out. He already not a runner like that, so you better have a solid O line in front of him.
And realistically, yes, Chase is worth it, but I wouldn't have paid the other cat,
Chase,
Jamar Chase.
yeah, Chase is worth it. I look, the jury, me and you are on the same length as Higgins. I don't know if I would have gave Higgins that money. Oh, because first of all, we need too much on the other side of the ball.
Mm,
Jamar is clearly the explosive receiver, and I will be willing to take my chances on letting him go. I'm with you on that
right.
one. Because now you got what $300 million on one side of the ball, so that's why
At
you're
2
screwed.
positions.
That's not even including. That's I'm just talking them two. That's not including Burrow. So that's 400 million.
Right, and now what you're going to it's no wonder you can't put any funds into the offensive line. You can't put any funds into the second wave on
Into the
defense.
D line. The D line, yeah,
Yes.
need help. And the
I mean, they
linebackers.
drafted Yes. They drafted a D lineman, which was good, but the second wave,
Yeah, they
like, you had to release your leading tackler. Then in the secondary, you didn't really upgrade there either.
nothing. You
So
didn't do nothing there, and they were terrible.
and you can't really make the upgrades
And now it's to the
also because
go ahead.
free agent wise,
Yeah.
guys just don't wanna you
Do you
know,
wanna go to
Cincinnati,
Cincinnati?
Ohio
Exactly. Do you wanna go to
is not a
Cincinnati?
desirable place.
So I gotta be in Cincinnati and we're not winning?
No,
And it's
thanks.
a low-key dysfunctional programs. I mean, it's always kind of been like that, but Burrow and Chase and Higgins kind of gave them a little resurgence. But let's be honest, Cincinnati was one of them dysfunctional franchises. So it's starting to look that way again. Because if Burrow
Exactly.
if Burrow gets hurt again, like he's starting to develop that reputation. So
Yeah.
how many hits can he take?
Well, he has been the most hit quarterback since he's been drafted.
Once again. First of all,
So
Tony, it amazes me. What is with these billionaires? If I'm investing in the NFL team, and the money is so much more lucrative when you win it. You know what I mean? Why, if I'm gonna have a top pick and I get the quarterback I want, then I'm just not gonna surround them with a no line. I don't even understand that logic of thinking.
yeah,
I don't even get that. You know what I mean? I don't get
that's like you got a whole bowl of cookies and you got no milk.
no milk. You just it tastes good at the first couple, then you dry mouthed it afterwards,
Your
choking,
junk is yes.
straight up choking. Don't do that to yourself, man.
I believe we both had Pittsburgh beating New England,
Yeah.
even though it was closer than it probably should have been. We both had well, did you have the Rams
Who did it? Yo, over what's the name?
over Philly?
Philly.
I obviously had Philly. That was a scary game, but hey, sometimes you have to pull games out like that.
Yeah. Oh, ugly wins is good wins in the NFL. Come on, man. It's 18 weeks of this. There is no blown. It's not college. There's no blowing out. No, if you win by a point, you won.
That game was kinda just to illuminate the work that Jordan Davis has been putting in.
He has. He has. Because for a
I
big
mean, you s
man, he be out there. He gets his snaps. You know, big men get winded. He seemed to be
yeah,
his cardio seemed to be right.
right, that scoop and score, he was out
He was
too, man.
gone. I'm talking. I saw all
I don't
that
know if people
4.88.
woulda count right. I don't know if people woulda caught him.
Yeah, he was moving. I didn't see him all on the oxygen tank afterwards. I'm sure he hit it a few times, but I didn't see it. They usually go right to the big men on the oxygen tank in the NFL after a run like that.
It was scary because the Jets tried to make something happen, but we both had Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
You give Baker Mayfield an opportunity at the end of the game, he's turning into one of those quarterbacks where you're like, "Don't give him the ball at the end."
Man, Scrappy fits him so well because that's what he is
Mhm.
scrappy. You could talk all the shit you want about Baker. It's ugly, but I would rather have him than a lot of quarterbacks.
A lot.
Only because I got Josh, whom I love. But Baker is more than serviceable. That dude will win you games. Yeah,
I would say he's a top 10
I
quarterback.
like him. I've always liked Baker Mayfield. I mean, I'm saying he don't look the part. He kind of squatty, sure,
Right.
but he throw dimes and he can run, and he's not scared to kind of fit it into a window.
I had the Chargers. Did you have the Chargers over Denver?
I don't remember. I would like to think I
I
did.
think we both had the Chargers. I'm pretty sure we did because, even though that was a tough pick.
No, I did. I do because I said I always go with Harbaugh, which I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
I like
We
Sean Payton too, but Harbaugh just, man, his team will run through a brick wall for him.
I mean, anybody in the NFL right now is beating New Orleans. So we had we had Seattle over New Orleans.
You take a
That
loss to New
that was a
Orleans, you're gonna
44
lose
to
your job.
13. That wasn't even close. We had I don't know if I remember saying Dallas or Chicago, but
I I wanna say I think Chicago.
I hope it was Chicago for me because I hate Dallas. I burst remember we both
I
said,
hate
"We
Dallas.
hate the
I hate the
Cowboys."
Cowboys. And that defense is not good. Jerry looked real
No.
stupid for trading Micah. Imma keep on
Well,
saying that all year.
here's another point, and you're gonna agree with me on this 100%. The defensive coordinator for Dallas? Why does he have a job, Eberflus? Why?
So, if you
It
check
is
where Matt
obvious to me it's
Eberflus
fall.
has gone, typically losing is involved. He kinda got that Bill Callahan feel to him.
Mhm.
Just when you're in
Or
positions of leadership, who else who we remind you of?
Trying to remember the D Cord's name. Now he's back. Dennis Allen.
Well, he's another actually, that's a great one right there. Yeah, he
He's a
got
Dennis
that.
Allen,
He like
you know?
he comes in fresh and it's like good for a second, and then it just drops off. And then it's like, how does he have a job? It don't even seem like the
It you
players
know,
like him.
I don't even know if that's the truth.
Just don't know. They players lose fight. That's what I look for. Even if you kind of losing a little bit, do your players still fight for you? Like look at Pittsburgh. No matter what they say about Tomlin, his teams fight for him. Carroll too.
I think Dennis Allen is the D Cord at Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. And so he had a little bit of shine shutting down, Dak and company, but they didn't have CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh. I had Arizona. I was wrong.
yeah, yeah. They're another
You
one.
know, San Francisco, I'm still like, that is the toughest pick coming up next week. We'll get to that in a minute, but San Francisco with their injury issues, they're still finding ways to win,
They are.
and for whatever reason, Mac Jones putting up some decent numbers.
I keep telling you, man. I don't know how you forgot, but Mac Jones was actually kind of looking like, did they find a replacement for Tom Brady? Because they went that time without it, and they drafted him, and he came in there and he kind of held things up for 2, 3 years, but then he started getting injured. But I mean,
Well,
Mac Jones is good.
there's that, and he wasn't getting coached like he is now.
Yeah, it was a transition time with New England too. Yeah, they were going through different coaches and things like that. So,
I mean, I'm giving Shanahan all the credit in the
because
world
he was
for
at the end of
making.
Belichick's tenure, wasn't he? When they drafted Mac
Yeah,
Jones, yeah. So
right.
it was starting to come to it. It was kind of falling apart around Belichick with New England. It was getting old, and he
I
kind
think
of
it
went
was Joe
alongside with it.
Judge. Joe Judge and Patricia were coaching
We're
offense
coaching
for
him,
him.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
but no, Mac Jones, and he's more than enough. As long as everything around him is solid, then he's all right.
Mhm. And lastly was, Kansas City. We both had them beating the Giants. We kinda thought it was gonna be a blowout, but Kansas City is not a team to blow anybody out right now.
Well, guys are getting older, and you're starting to see it. It's been the same guys for a few years. Chris Jones is still Chris Jones, but Kelsey is not Kelsey anymore. And they still are taking injuries on the outside. They get the speedy guys, but they get knocked out for 2 or 3 games. Xavier
They get knocked
Worthy,
out.
Hollywood Brown, a little muscle injury. They're little fast guys, but they're not gonna be there for all 18.
I'm just gonna go on the record. I've always said this. I think you challenged me sometimes on it because you were a little bit slight of size sometimes. You
Oh
weren't
yeah.
skinny
Uh,
like some of these guys. Like, come on, man. Like, if you're
uh,
not at least a buck 90.
First of all, running backs is 226 feet, man. I'm 5'9" and some change, 5'10" on a good day. These are some big
But
dudes
you
running
but
out
you were
there.
205,
Oh yeah.
210 though.
Oh yeah. I was squatty.
So, but my point is, Worthy's maybe 175,
Yeah.
Hollywood Brown maybe 180.
Maybe.
The durability is not gonna pan out.
Mhm.
So that's just where I'm at with that. I did not see Baltimore's defense being as bad as they were.
Yeah.
I think we both had Baltimore, but to see Detroit win like that doesn't surprise me at all.
Well, Detroit looked like Detroit. That's what we expected out of them. That two-headed monster. Detroit got everything. O line, D line. But
Well,
but the Ravens, yeah, that I was expecting more of a low scoring game.
here's and this is
Like
getting
low,
back to
low.
the formula and story that we've always been preaching.
Run that rock.
38 carries for 225
Run
yards
that
rushing
rock. You see those kind of
against
numbers, I don't care. Yeah.
Baltimore?
Baltimore,
Like,
38 carries, 200 yards. That'll be my
that
formula
or
for the entire season.
Zach Orr better be looking over his shoulder, man.
Yeah. Well, they bring him in, so come draft time, when they bringing in that second, third round linebacker.
So there's the picks for this week now. If I'm counting, I mean, damn, I got 5 or 6 of those wrong and 7 right. It's probably one of the worst projected weeks, but it was tricky because we had some teams underperforming. And I'm gonna stick with my guns this week. We're on we're on to the picks for this week. We're gonna
Yeah.
transition from rec
You win some, you
from
lose
there, we're
some.
gonna just go ahead on to the next week.
Yeah, on to the next one.
Right? And,
Cheer on that.
we're gonna start. We already missed the Seattle and Arizona game, but I'm not surprised what happened there. I would have picked Seattle. I did in my prize picks. So that wasn't a shocker. But now, first thing in the morning, and I'll try to be up for this one.
Yeah, that's early. What in England?
Pittsburgh against
Minnesota?
Minnesota. This is tough. This is tough. I mean, if you've played football before, you can see how potentially you would pick the Steelers.
I'm gonna go Minnesota.
But I think I'm gonna go Minnesota too.
I'm gonna go Minnesota. So their defense, though, man. I mean, and Carson Wentz, he can win you a game. I mean, if you learned anything from Darnold from last year in that offense.
It would have to take a significant turnaround from what I'm seeing out of Pittsburgh for them to win that game.
Wait, now is Aaron Jones playing? See, I don't see that. The running back. Is Aaron Jones not
I don't
playing, and
I
that
don't
may
know.
sway
I don't
my
know if that
decision.
doesn't matter as much
You don't think
because they
so?
still got Mason. Mason is
That's
total
true. They
hard.
got Jordan Mason. That's true. I don't know. Something about me wanting to say Minnesota.
Yeah, I just think, you know,
But they're
offensive line wise, they can't run the ball in Pittsburgh and they can't stop it either. Defensively, O'Connell's going to find ways to put points in the board.
yeah.
And I don't know if Aaron Rodgers has enough at his disposal.
I don't know because what's the name was looking good catching the ball from Seattle.
Metcalf,
Metcalf, he was throwing back shoulder passes to him, and yeah, man, he was looking. And then they got Calvin Austin in the slot. He was kind of low key doing his thing, and then he got Freiermuth at tight end, and then he got George Washington, or was it Washington, big 6'7" tight end who Aaron is trying to groom him because he's like, yo, you my
they got
Mercedes
Jonnu
Lewis.
Smith too.
They got Jonnu Smith too. So I mean, they got weapons. It's just I don't know.
D
Something just
Flow's
said
not going out like
Minnesota.
that.
Minnesota's kind of playing well. I wanted to see when Carson got in there how they looked, and they seem to still be flowing. So
This is one of those toss-up games where I wouldn't be surprised either way, honestly. But I
no,
am gonna go with you on uh
Minnesota
on Minnesota. And just a side note, $799 ticket.
for that.
That is why they are playing in NFL Europe.
That's
Yes.
why they're going to Europe. $800.
$800, man.
Wow. I mean, don't get me wrong. I
That
mean,
is
Minnesota, Pittsburgh, I mean, they're good teams, but it's like it's not the teams that were in the Super Bowl the year before.
Jay, tickets as low as $7.99.
Well, you know, the NFL, just a little off topic, they're seriously considering putting a team or two in Europe. So they're part of the NFL.
Revenue, man. I mean, that right
That
there
they
is
yeah,
why.
$800 tickets, well, that makes sense. I'll be if I was the
Now I
owner,
have 0 argument about it, 0.
if I was the owner, yes,
I get it.
yes,
Like, I get it, dog, for sure.
man. And y'all filling up the stadium with that? Oh my gosh.
Washington, Atlanta.
Normally, I
It's gonna
would
be tough
say
to go with
it's gonna
Atlanta,
be
but
yeah,
this is one of those games where, like, I feel Atlanta would just they win games when they're not expected to,
yep.
and I'm a little concerned they could have some kinda spark. It is at Atlanta, they're playing home. Washington, though, I think they're a team that's, even though they came through with Mariota,
I said he
they're a
can.
team, though.
They're a whole team, and Mariota, he played well his last opportunity. You know, he looked like he kind of learned some things as a veteran. So I think he can hold ship till Jaden gets back.
Yeah,
Atlanta, I know Raheem, he's gonna have his team bounce back, but his coordinator just straight up scares me, his offensive coordinator. So
they are just
they are
cerebral.
just terrible. And now Penix's confidence is a little shaky. He gotta look over his shoulder for Cousins. So I want to go with Washington on that one.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that with the Washington pick because, coaching matters, and no offense to Raheem Morris,
None.
but,
Defense ain't gonna be ready, but that offense,
Dan Quinn going back to his old stomping grounds, he gonna have a chip on his shoulder. The team, when I saw him get busted in the nose
oh yeah. And he kept
on
the
the
blood on
sideline.
there, like, don't touch me. I'm still
Right,
coaching.
and he just ate that,
It
like,
looked like it
he's
was
not
broken.
he's not a spring chicken.
Nah, but he know that what that was
So,
gonna do to his players.
that toughness exactly,
Yeah.
that toughness right there that
Yep.
he just showed is gonna pay huge
He
dividends
calling
for that
plays with
team.
blood running down his nose. Man, I wish you would go down on the field as a player. You better get your ass up.
Exactly. Yeah, after seeing that, yeah,
If
you ain't
coach is
coming
over
out for
there with
nothing
a broken
soft.
nose, you better get your ass up.
There is nothing soft you're coming off the field
Nah,
for
ain't
after
nothing.
that.
You're not even gonna say nothing.
So, yeah, Buffalo, 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 they're
All
playing the
day.
same.
All day. I mean, they can try to go
Playing the same.
Kamara, but they O-line ain't dominating like that. So but I know it's the
I know
NFL
what
any given Sunday, but Spencer Rattler is going to give us the ball.
yeah,
He's
and
going to.
I if you're Kellen Moore, how where's Tyler Shuff?
I would go ahead and just go ahead and do it. Especially the past few years, you've seen teams that have gone ahead and gone with their rookies and had success. It can't get no worse. I
It
mean,
just can't.
it can't get
Just
no worse.
rip the Band-Aid off and let's
And
go,
let's
man.
go. Maybe he'll bring some spark, some life, but go ahead and get him that experience. But what's going to end up happening is they're going to have to because by midway through season, Spencer's going to take a shot and he's going to miss a game because
Yeah,
he don't play every game either. He's going to take a shot.
he's gonna,
He's
for
gonna,
sure.
gonna. I ain't wishing nothing
Detroit
on him, but that's just what it is.
Detroit will be beating Cleveland.
Yeah, I mean, I think Cleveland will give him a good fight defensively, but it's another one. Offensively, they just ain't got nothing for Detroit.
Well, it's a $215 fit ticket. It's Ford Field.
Wow.
Oh,
It's
hey,
kind of like a rivalry a little bit, Cleveland and Detroit.
how about Bills Mafia? Bills Mafia. I'm just gonna say Bills Mafia
Mm-hmm.
because Rich Stadium was the old name. Now it's Highmark
Highmark
Stadium.
Stadium. Yep.
But who cares about it not being a well-known name? That's Bills Mafia.
Exactly. It's not this. That's one of. It's like church. It's not the temple. It's the people in it. So
Right.
that's what Bills Mob. It's going to be 100,000 screaming people at whatever the venue is going to be when it comes to Bills.
And that ticket's $237.
Yeah, but look, Buffalo fans in Buffalo, even though the team ain't in Buffalo, them fans will sell blood to get out there and
Right.
get this. And the
They
Pagulas
are
know
the
that.
most right.
They'll always have a packed stadium. It'll never be a blackout in Buffalo.
I like New England at home against Carolina in Gillette Stadium. I think that, it'll probably be a competitive game, though, because
Carolina
Carolina
can
was
get
showing
them.
some
They'll
things.
surprise you. And New England is just they're both up and down teams. So you see, you make it hard because I know you just feel the way you do about Mr. Young.
Well, there's the Bryce Young issue,
Yes.
but there's
See,
also
I do. I get you going.
there's also Vrabel versus Canales, and I
Yeah, and
trust
can
Vrabel.
yes, you beat me to it. I trust Vrabel over Canales. Like I said, I still believe in Bryce Young, but that offense too. Canales has tried to do too much with him. Let him be a
Yeah.
game manager, man. Run the ball and use your 6'5" receiver.
Well, courtesy to at least they're getting him some weapons, Bryce Young. He
Yeah, they're
has 2
surrounding him.
viable receivers and a decent running back, but that's about it.
One, that O line, man, you can't do nothing without O line in front. That's just the way it is in the NFL.
Well, it
If you
is,
got Chris
man.
Jones in your face, I don't care who you got on the outside.
I mean, people can have heart for Dart all they want to, but Jackson Dart ain't beating the Chargers, man.
No, he's not beating the Chargers, but he's one of them guys, and I want to put this out there. He can give you a spark, and you might be surprised. And he showed it in preseason. I mean, dude threw for like 4 or 5 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Yeah,
And they were throwing him out there against the first squads of teams because Russell wasn't even playing. So those were against first defenses, a lot of those for the first quarter or whatever it was. And he was
right.
he was doing it because he could run. Like he could run. So, but I mean, no, but Harbaugh know that and he gonna scheme that
Yeah.
up. So
Mhm.
this will be though a hell of a test for Dart though. Even
For
if even
sure.
if they lose, but Dart keep him in the game and they ball, well, yeah, that's what you want out of him.
We'll know a lot more about him after
Yes,
this
you're gonna
game
know a lot
progresses.
more, and Russell gonna be deeper on the bench
I gotta go with Philly on the road in 106 degrees.
in that muggy
It's not
Tampa.
going to be easy, though.
Ooh, muggy Florida.
We're 1-3 against Jalen Hurts beat Tampa Bay one time in his career, and
Dang.
it was a Monday night. It was a Monday night game. I remember. It was a Monday night game, and, we had a defensive masterpiece and we made Baker look like the Baker that I used to ridicule him for, who's yeah, he's too short, he can't see over his line, he's not as athletic, but he's kinda combating all those criticisms
Yes, he
now.
finds the lanes.
I'm a little scared, just like I was last week, but hey, I've been scared almost every week. Philly's playing the toughest schedule in the league, period. So, they're finding ways to win them, and I'm
Buffalo's
just gonna go
PFF was pretty up there too. I mean, we started out with
yeah,
the Ravens.
right.
Yeah. So, but no, you guys got a tough schedule.
Yeah, I think we're gonna pull that out. It's not gonna be close because Raymond James Stadium is not an easy place to win.
I'm gonna have to go against you.
I don't
Only
blame you.
because only because and I still think Philly can because that just running a rock with Saquon. But that secondary and with Egbuka and their running back, they got a couple running backs that's running the rock nicely for them.
Well, there's no Mike Evans, no Godwin.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And Buka has kind of stepped up and kind of taken over and become the number one now. And Baker trusts him. I mean, he got like what 10 targets last game or something like that, and he showed out.
They might get
But
McMillan back though,
but if
because
Philly
they had
if Philly
4
keeps
receivers.
Tampa in the game, that's the problem. If Philly lets Tampa stay in the game, that's where I mean,
Yeah.
I like Jalen, but sometimes your coordinator kind of yeah, I know. I mean, you got AJ Brown. He's 200. He looked like he's 250 pounds as a receiver, and he run 4.3. And it's like the past two, you got to like argue with him to get him the ball. Like, no man, give him the ball. Like, give him the ball. Like, give him the
My
ball.
assessment of what happened I think what happened in that second half, Jalen Hurts was just waving Buddy off. Like, I know what the hell I'm doing,
Well, I
man.
thought that was the problem the year before. Didn't they get into it about that? Because AJ Brown felt
Yeah.
like he wasn't just waving them off and going to other options. AJ's like, if I'm double teamed, throw me the ball.
No, no, I think Hurts was waving off Patullo,
I thought that because I
and
thought
he
the year
was
before he was doing that. Okay.
right, because he literally audibled
Okay.
on 40% of those play calls in the second
To
half,
get
and
AJ the
that's
ball.
why Yes.
Yes, and look at what
Like,
happened.
"Look, bro, we're going 3 by 1. I'm
I'm
sorry." You know what I'm
sorry.
saying? I'm changing the formation. Put this number 11 by one-on-one?
One
I
on
don't care who's
one.
checking
I
it.
don't care. I really don't. You see his arms? And he fast. Worst case scenario, he gonna wrestle the ball away from the DB. It's gonna be an incomplete pass, but give him that opportunity. Toss that up there.
It was like he said in the interview, "Let us eat.
Let
Let
me
the big
eat.
dogs eat."
He shouldn't, and he got a great attitude. AJ Brown shouldn't even be viewed like that. Like, yes, you should be getting minimum 10 targets a game.
Mhm. I
Devontae should be
mean,
the
he
one complaining, but yeah, you getting ten catches.
I have choice words for that kid.
You got choice
I
words for
mean,
anything undersized.
he is Gumby at
You see,
receiver.
toothpick. Look, I
He
think
has
you will
no yak ability. He goes down on the first hit. He's just soft, man. He can run routes. He can get
fast.
open,
He fast. I would
but
like to see
damn,
them
don't
use him
expect
more going across the field and get him some quick little screens. Like, go ahead and get.
Yeah,
That's what they should use him for. But they don't. I never see him get quick screens. He have like one catch, two catches.
he's very fast, so you can hit him on drag,
Yes, and let him
right?
run.
You can hit him on the overs on like a rollout where he's backside and he's just seaming through the middle. He'll kill on those routes.
Them couple of quick little quick jailbreak screens out there
Jailbreak screen, yeah,
that you can make
where
the
he has
defense stay honest, where it's almost like a run play. And you just get him 5, 6 yards just to get him going. But I don't see none of that never
none of
out of
that.
Philly. That's the problem. So that's why I went with Tampa Bay.
When Drew Brees said that the offense was boring, I couldn't agree
It's
more.
boring. It is. Your offense is boring. And that wouldn't be a bad thing if we go, okay, Saquon 25 to 30, and then we're gonna play action pass over the top or even play action pass to AJ and let him run. But it don't.
Mhm.
It'd be punt.
Yeah.
Or you in 4th and long, y'all can't do the tush push, but that's because you're not pushing the ball downfield. You shouldn't be in 3rd and long, 4th and long situations. Not with that old line.
I see Houston getting their first win at home against Tennessee. I do.
I'm with that. And D'Amico needs it. If he loses this game, I think that
I
might
mean,
be a wrap, bruh.
yeah, NRG Stadium, $35 ticket.
I think that I hate to say, I think he might get fired like within the next couple weeks if he lose to Tennessee. That's for
Yeah, because
sure.
now you're the bottom feeder
You
in one of the
that's
more
the
questionable
What
divisions.
happened? You were in the playoffs the year before. What happened? Now you looking like this, and it's not looking good. Like you're not getting better. It's
I have to
stagnating.
say this though. He's a defensive-minded coach, and the defense is showing. And also, from a GM standpoint and an ownership standpoint, they're leaving him out to dry.
That's why you my dog. Because that's what I was
I'm
about to
so
say. That the
sorry.
GM and the owner, I think that trading. I'm gonna say it again. That trading of Tunsil, I do not understand that right there.
Yeah.
Why did you do that? Your O line he was the only thing on your O line, and you got rid of him. So and then CJ Stroud regressed. It's not rocket science, bro. What did you do that for?
And Nick Collins, a good
He's a
receiver,
good
but
receiver.
to re-sign him for what they did, you gotta allocate those funds to protect your
And they
quarterback.
drafted 2 more receivers, both kids out of Iowa State, who I like both, but it's like, yo, man, you need a late round O line pick
Mhm.
or a late round DB or linebacker. Like you got other needs
Other
for
needs.
sure.
Yeah.
And now CJ Stroud is looking like he regressing.
Right. But I see them getting right. They're at home. They're gonna play behind the crowd.
Yeah.
You know,
th- This is gonna be a bounce back for
Ryan's
them.
gonna have a game plan that's
Yes.
like, "Look, we're gonna get after this rookie quarterback. We're gonna force some
Yep.
turnovers. We're gonna run the ball down their throat
Yes. Yes.
and find a way to win the game.
And
Let's
we're gonna
just
jam up
we're
the
gonna play."
box. We're gonna stop Pollard
Yeah,
because that's the only thing offensively, and we're gonna make Ward see if he can beat us over the top. That's it.
there it is.
That's it.
Um, the Rams, I like the Rams at home against the Colts. That's a tough pick, but at the same time, I don't know, man. Sean McVay is probably a top 3 coach in the NFL, and I don't see him losing a home game after a tough loss like that to Shane Steichen. I just don't see it.
if we would have took a parlay before the season, just real quick, teams that'll start out 4-0, and we would have put it on Indianapolis, do you know how much money we would have made right now?
I know.
Nobody expect Indianapolis to be, and it's not like a fluke thing. They actually look good. Like they look
They do.
solid. The defense looks solid. They got Jonathan Taylor is toting that rock again. They got
Well
and
coached.
Daniel Jones is looking like really comfortable. Like they're not even talking about Richardson. He's as good as gone after this year, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna
Yeah.
rock with Daniel. I mean, Daniel Jones might have pulled out a contract again.
And it's not looking pretty for him.
For who?
Richardson.
No, it's
Richardson.
no. I told you he can't read coverages. He's a physical
Well, but
freak.
there's that, but he has to go to, like, back somebody up. He has to go to, like, San
Yeah, he
Francisco
need to learn.
or Minnesota, where
A solid
where you got
organization.
quarterback guru,
Mhm.
or hell, even the Chiefs. Go somewhere where you're not expected to play, but you're gonna learn how to play quarterback. That's what he needs.
Trey Lance.
Um, yeah,
Hey, at least Trey Lance is learning from Dak Prescott. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And I mean, yeah, he can flick the ball 60, 70 yards, but it's about being able to flick the ball into coverages and windows, and he don't do that well.
The tough pick now, but it got a little easier for me. I think I am gonna go San Francisco over Jacksonville because it's in Santa Clara, it's in the Bay. They're getting Brock Purdy back. There won't be a
What's
Bosa.
Jacksonville's record?
2
2
and
and
1.
1, huh? Because it's surprising. Because we just shitted all over them last year, but that's their fault.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad about it. They look terrible, but now maybe what's this, Shad Khan figure something out?
Well, it looks like Liam Cohen is turning out to be a decent coach,
Yeah. So
but
far, so far.
whoever's coaching that defense
Yeah.
is really the one deserving the credit, and they're lucky to me because 'cause they're not really playing anybody yet.
Yeah.
They pulled off the win against Houston, who's struggling offensively. They pulled off a win against Tennessee,
Running the ball.
you know,
Etienne is getting off.
and then they lost their other game, but they were in it. So they've been competitive every week.
Etienne is going off. Trevor isn't turning the
They're not
ball over.
they're not playing Travis Hunter at corner, which is a mistake to me, but outside of that, they've been impressive this year. I just see San Francisco. Shanahan's not gonna lose at home to a rookie coach, man. I don't see
And
it.
I'm with you on Mac Jones. Like I think Mac Jones could win this game. I mean, he's like
Well,
he's back.
Purdy's back.
Purdy's back.
Purdy's back.
So yeah, San Francisco, I say, is gonna win this game. And Purdy wants to prove because he's starting to get that reputation too of not being available all the time.
Yeah.
He misses
Yeah, he
games
gotta he
every
gotta
year.
combat that.
He need to change that narrative.
But here's a point to make because 'cause he's been out. He did go on the road and beat Seattle.
Say that again. Who?
Brock Purdy.
Yeah, but that's the thing
He
with
made some
Purdy. That's why he got the contract. Purdy can't beat you. I mean, he's a little more than a game manager.
little
It's
more.
just his availability now.
They're not gonna have Kittle, they're not gonna have Bosa. Fire the athletic training staff in San Francisco.
Yeah, it's like, yo, all my money is on IR. What's going on here?
IR,
We need
man.
a new strength coach. We need a new strength
But
coach. We need a nutrition coach.
thank you.
Yeah,
But I
everything.
think the good news is there's 2 Monday night games. The good news, though, is Robert Saleh, man.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
defense is playing championship level. Fred Warner, Travis Etienne, he's not getting off on that defense, and they're gonna get to Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence, I do not believe in him. Sorry.
Well, we'll see with this coordinator. If he keeps running the ball, allowing Trevor to do play action, because he's another one, big kid, California sunshine, and he can run.
Yeah.
He can run. So
Mhm.
that saves things. But yeah, they're definitely going to scheme him up and blitz and see if he can win the ball game with his arm. Which I'm with you on that one. I don't know about that yet. He still got to prove it to me.
Yeah. He's a bottom feeder.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna
yeah,
run out of time.
yeah.
We're gonna run out of time on that. Baltimore, Kansas City, man.
Mm,
That is a tough
that's
pick.
a really tough pick.
It's in Kansas City. I think I'm going Baltimore though because look, they lose this, they're in deep trouble.
And I don't know, I can't put my finger on it because it's been dumb shit that kind of happened. Like Henry with the fumbles, even though one of them I wanted with Bills, we needed that. But then it turned around like they're in games, but they keep having these little mental farts. I don't even know any other way to call it. So, and then
I
their
see this
secondary. Oh, go ahead.
I see this as the game their defense gets back on track because they're big, they're physical, and Kansas City isn't. And then if Imanabuke is still back, I think he will be. He's the Pro Bowler. They need to get a little more pressure, or is on the hot seat, the defensive coordinator. But you got first and second round picks all throughout that defense. And where's Roquan Smith? A lot of guys on that defense got to show up. And what better opportunity to do it on the road and offensively? Because of how bad they've been defensively, people don't realize how good a year Lamar is actually having.
Yeah. And you hit on
So
it with the bad defense.
I think they're going to get Rashard back,
But my
the 300-pound fullback.
yeah, they get Rashard back. Like you said, offensively is not the question. For me, with the Ravens, and it's the wrong person you want to put pressure on your weakness, which is that I got to say that secondary, which is Patrick Mahomes. So if for
Yeah,
whatever reason, which is what I was going to, they've been in games, but Kansas City is not the team you want to be in a game with. You got to put them away because if Mahomes has
yeah,
any opportunity, and your defense
right.
has not been putting it away like that. Like we scored
Mhm.
40 points on Ravens, then they gave up points on us. So yeah, I can't put my finger as to why, because like you said, they got the talent. But so they're at Arrowhead.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it's a
that
tough
is
one,
a
man.
hard one.
Because realistically, this is similar to Pittsburgh and
Guess
Minnesota
it's
for me.
quite the same.
If it goes either way, I'm not surprised. But I'm just going with Baltimore A because I'm a fan of Baltimore.
I am too.
But B, their tradition and that coach, it's like, look, we're not soft. And Kansas City can't run the football. So we about to get
Yeah.
healthy this
As
week.
long as they
You
can.
know what I mean?
Yeah. The only reason with Kansas is I kind of want to go with the Chiefs because one, Mahomes. I love to hate Mahomes. He could have been a Bills quarterback, but we
Yeah.
traded that pick only because we got Josh. Is the only reason I'm not bitching and complaining about that. That's the only reason because I would have been pissed.
Yeah.
But Chris Jones on the other side is going to be a different beast as always for Baltimore. Henry, I don't think playing with a lot of confidence right now, man. They're gonna be swiping at the ball with
No.
him. He's put the ball. So yeah, I'm gonna go. We're dragging it out. I'm gonna go Kansas City. You going Baltimore? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go Kansas City.
I think I'm gonna go with I gotta go with my mind and my brain more than my heart here. I'm gonna go with the Bears over the Raiders.
Yeah,
That's kind of a
I'm
tough
with you
one.
on. Yeah, that's a tough one.
It's at Allegiant Stadium in Vegas, but, the Chargers went in there and they beat them pretty soundly.
I mean, that's the
Chicago's
Chargers,
not
though.
the Chargers.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
yeah.
but at the
But they
same time,
did. Yeah,
the Raiders defense exposed himself last week, and that coach for the Bears is gonna find those errors, those
yeah.
holes.
And I mean, they got weapons, so you better.
They got a lot of
They
weaponry
got
in Chicago.
they got weapons.
Williams Caleb Williams just has to be a smart quarterback.
I want to say
Throw the
settle
ball away when
down.
it's not
Yeah,
there.
that's what. Don't do too much, man.
Just throw it
Yeah,
away. You're not
you're not
Lamar
You're not
Jackson.
retreating 10 yards and bailing like you did at SC and flipping the field and nah, bro. Soon as they on
Yeah.
you, just toss it away and live to fight another day. He needs to learn that. And he needs to learn better his check downs. I watched one I think it was the second game of the season, and he missed a lot of check downs. He always trying to hold on to the ball and bounce it out. That's SC ball. This is the NFL.
Right.
Let your running back do what he do and,
Thank you.
and get them 3-4 yards, and then you know we'll fight another day.
Caleb Williams needs to be a game manager. That's what he needs to
We
be.
keep coming to that terminology. That is something ugly about that word. It's like thumper with a linebacker. There is nothing. The great quarterbacks are game managers. They let the
Managers.
shit come to them. Then once they lull you to sleep from managing the game, then they're going over the top of you and eating you up.
Mhm.
So Josh Allen ain't throwing 50 times a game. Like, I know they want to believe that. So the second game of the season, I think he had 160 yards passing or something like that, but we won.
I mean, Jared Goff is a top 10 quarterback
Because
because
he's a
he's a
game
game manager.
manager. Exactly. Baker Mayfield is a game manager. That's okay. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Eh, Green Bay is going to mollywop Dallas.
I'm
Micah
100% with you
Parsons.
because Micah Parsons is about to give me all the injections in my back. He said I'm
Yes,
trying. He said Dak is going to feel me. He been
feel
wanting to
me.
hit him since you know what I'm saying? And Dak had kind of some choice words once they traded him. Yeah, he was kind of talking kind of slick out of his mouth. I'm probably like, okay,
You know how it goes sometime too when you're a competitive football player and y'all friends
hanging
too.
friends, but not on game day.
Yeah, I'm coming there to kill your
And I
ass.
know your lines suck. I know all they tendencies and moves,
Oh,
so I'm
yeah,
eating them.
for sure. They're
Yeah.
gonna line him up in the A
What?
gap, the B gap, the
They
C
about to
gap, the D
have
gap.
everybody hitting him, everybody chip him. Nobody, do not run by Micah Parsons and not touch him. Chip him.
This is that game where Micah Parsons, you're gonna see him all over
Oh,
the
it's gonna be.
place.
He's not coming out. It's gonna be stats. Like he's like, I'll take off the following week, but for this game,
This
I'm
game,
looking for two,
yeah,
3 sacks out of him. Something crazy like a Miles Garrett just did. Yeah, he's gonna send a
yeah. The
message. He's gonna send a
the
message.
wager was 1.5 sacks. He going over
I'm
that.
I'm expecting two. I really am. Y'all pissed him or a sack and a interception or a sack and a fumble recovery or
Fumble
forced
recovery.
fumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that.
He
It's gonna be crazy.
he's gonna be the game wrecker. He's gonna be that every bit of that.
Look, the D coordinator is like, look, your position is do what you do. We're gonna scheme around you.
So Monday night is gonna pose one ticket is amazing. Denver's gonna beat Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I don't even think that's gonna be a debate or even close, honestly. Bo Nix and company have been waiting to break out offensively. They've been competitive in
Yeah,
every
every
game they've
game.
been in
Every
because
game.
their defense is
It's
so
good.
good, but they've also played some tough competition in their division,
Yeah.
Indianapolis, So now they're gonna get Cincinnati's defense at home on Monday night? Bruh.
Ain't-
That's gonna be a slobber knocker, as you say.
Brownie is good for 14 points. Yeah,
One-sided.
Brownie is good for 14 points. So that's 14 points to the defense right there.
Right.
He's gonna get 2 interceptions or an interception and a fumble. That's 14 points right there.
He just needs to try to get out of the game healthy
That's what the
because
coach is
Cooper
saying.
Cooper and Benito, 15-0 on Denver.
But they
Brownie's gonna be
coming.
wearing those numbers.
But they coming. For sure. For sure. That's why I'm expecting 14 points out of Brownie.
Right, especially
And then you
Benito.
got
I
Surtain
mean,
locking down. All he need is one little flutter or messed up pass, and Surtain eating that, and he gonna take it.
he gonna be traveling Chase for
For
sure.
sure. Surtain is
And the
asking for
last
that
one
matchup.
the last one, the lowest ticket price in the week, $29.
$29.
It's like,
What
damn, I wish I was still down
what
there in
bottom
Florida.
level team is this?
Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins. and
Miami
and
Tuna.
Tua
Miami Tuna.
Tua will probably, I don't want to wish injury on anybody.
There you go. You in my mind again. And I don't want to wish it, but it's almost like you waiting for it to happen. You know it's gonna happen. They suck.
You can just tell by you can just tell by the
The
play
morale
calls.
is terrible. I mean, I know they put up a little fight with Buffalo, but Tyreek is one step out the door. He ready to go. You know what I'm saying? But he was trying
He
to get a
didn't
bad reputation, so he was trying to be quiet, but he ready to go.
try and be quiet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he trying not
as
to
much
mess
as
his
as
value.
much as he's getting paid,
Yes.
I think he's realizing too. It's like, let me shut up because I don't
Exactly.
beat up my wife
Yep. I
and
got lawsuits and
I got all
shit.
this heat on
I need to
me.
be quiet. I don't want to ruin my value. I'm trying to get another contract out the league. Just be quiet.
Right?
And then wait for your opportunity to leave.
Because low key, a change of scenery will change your entire outlook on
They need to
life.
blow up that whole
So
thing in Miami anyway. I would. I would blow the whole thing. I would get what I can for Tyreek. Still gonna get you a good draft pick for him. I'll go ahead and listen to offers for Waddle too. Like, I literally would blow it up.
Do we need to say who they're playing?
You said it was $29, right? $29.
Hard Rock Stadium, bruh. Miami Gardens. I've been there. I've been to like 3 games there. And it wasn't no $29 when I was
I was about
going.
to say that's how bad you are because it's Miami.
It's Miami, bruh.
Alone should be $100, $200 just for Miami.
I mean, them tickets 5, 10 years ago when I was going, well, they had Ryan Tannehill, and them tickets $85, man.
That's why I said 100 just because it's Miami.
Bruh, it's Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football in Miami, and they got $29.
Yeah, the Jets. That's probably why, because the Jets coming to town, but the Jets gonna win that game.
The Jets are Justin is back, so he just got cleared. So I don't see Miami defensively doing nothing with him. He looked quite comfortable out there. So and their defense,
and the Jets should have won last week. Think about that.
Yeah, their defense was all right. So
they should have and beat a good team on the road. So they're going on the road to play a struggling team.
A struggling squad. They got Sauce on the outside. You got a lockdown corner. You know what I'm saying? So it can make it difficult on Tyreek. So yeah, I mean that's your main weapon right there. And A-Chain is just an outside guy.
That's me sensing an injury watch. Either to Waddle, who's injury prone,
or Tua.
For
sure.
100% is going to get hurt.
100%. I give Miami line credit because they obviously have that in the back of their mind every game because I so expected Tua to not make it this far, but he has.
Yeah. Well, I mean, damn, when you're in shotgun and you don't even have a drop before you get rid of the ball, how are you going to get hit?
McDaniel really does love him because that offense is not sustainable, clearly, because you're not doing that Rich Gannon dink and dunk stuff. Not when you got DNs running 4-4-4. Come on, man.
Yeah, people are running that down.
They run that down all day.
You have pursuit and you tackle. Miami's not a threat if you can execute those.
If you take away that little bullshit side to the side, quick screen stuff, their offense is done. It's done.
And then the receivers you're getting the ball to, they're not built to be yak kind of guys. I mean,
Tyreek is
Hill
yak.
can do it.
Yeah, but not
Hill can do
Waddle's
it, but he's not gonna. He's not going to jitterbug and break all those tackles every play.
Yeah,
you got to get him the ball in a post.
You got to scheme him up. It has to be a threat from somewhere else. But like I said, A-Chain ain't running hard between the tackles like that. So you just sit back in zone and keep everything underneath. So that kills everything for Tyreek right there.
Yeah. So yeah, they're in trouble. That's going to wrap all the games.
Yes, sir.
We have reached almost 90 minutes. So
we do that, man.
We're going to wrap this one up.
Yeah.
Didn't feel that long, but man,
we do that. I told you we do that. Yes, sir. Clap that up. I said clap that up. Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right, now, so episode 17 in the books. We're going to see how our picks did. It was fun talking some football with you this week.
As always.
And so in our upcoming session, we're going to see how these picks pan out. I'm pretty sure they'll be a little bit more effective than last week.
I'm pretty sure, but any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday. Well, hey, thanks to everybody for taking the time out. And
appreciate y'all.
As always, a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
We love y'all. We're going to see y'all again next week.
All right now.
All right, man.